it's a call for an uprising. Welcome to today's show. As you know, on this channel, I always talk about the agendas that are being pushed, the repetition, the things that we're seeing, right? Talking about Santa Clarita Diet, Snapchat, all of these places pushing cannibalism, vampires, this type of thing. That's because they're creating a world that is going to be living like the Satanists live, a satanic utopia, so to speak. And I want to show you some repetition and just the new marketing campaign from M&Ms, which I'm sure a lot of you have noticed. People have commented on my videos saying, have you seen them? Have you seen them? I've been noticing this trend for quite a while. I just never got around to doing a video on it. But I pieced together some of the clips here. Take a look for yourself, and then you tell me what agenda it looks like is being pushed.
The hazelnut spread, M&M's spokes candy. Oh my. What? You ate the new spokes candy?
Not all of them.
Look at me. I'm human. Do you want to eat me?
No.
Do you want to eat me?
No thanks.
No? Would you like to eat me?
Wonder what this cue's for.
I got the first one!
Hey, Red, I think we're in line to eat ourselves.
Check out my Halloween costume.
What are you going as?
A cannibal.
Oh.
They've got to tell people. Tell them what? The oceans die. Plankton die. It's people. Soylent Green is made out of people.
Now I get it. People are going to say, oh, that's ridiculous. It's just the candy eating the candy, right? But you see, I put in that clip of Soylent Green at the end because in reality, that is what this society is going to turn into, believe it or not, unless the trumpets sound before that. That's why you see the vampire facial. You see the benefits that they talk about from cannibalism, like Snapchat promoting, well, it could do this, it could, cure cancer. That's all they have to do is tell people these types of things, and people will go along with it. They're already being conditioned for it from the zombies and the vampires, right? Zombies eating flesh. That's what the zombies do, right? What do you think the whole purpose of that is? And they're using M&Ms to just, in a subtle way, to go, oh, I think we're going to eat ourselves. Let's eat each other. I'm going as a cannibal, trick-or-treating, It's subtle, but it's consistent, and it's a consistent theme. The M&M commercials aren't just going one time doing that. They're doing it over and over and over again. And I know people will say, oh, it's just a marketing ploy, but it's not. It's a conditioning ploy. And one of the hardest things to talk about on this channel is this aspect of the occult. Because when you're trying to wake somebody up, if the first thing you tell them is, oh, you're eating a McDonald's burger and it's really human flesh. Oh, there's these people and they eat babies and they're cannibals and they do human ritual sacrifice. They are just going to instantly malfunction and not be able to comprehend anything that you're saying. That's why my channel, I start and I like to show signs and symbols, because the repetition, like I said a million times, it shows you what they're doing, how they're programming you, because you're seeing it over and over, and your brain is now going, oh, I am seeing patterns develop here. But going up to somebody is going, oh, look, I get there's going to be people that are going to make fun of this, and they're going to go, oh, they say that the M&Ms are promoting cannibalism. But cannibalism in the mainstream is like the newest, biggest thing. And I'm not just talking about the zombie craze, right? Or that stupid zombie show, they promoted it into like one of the biggest shows of all the time, The Walking Dead. Or Santa Clarita Diet. Or all these other movies which I've covered, which I can't even think of off the top of my head. But there's a reason for it. It's not just because it's edgy writing. It's nothing new. You don't see anything produced new anymore. These marketing ploys, from movies to commercials, to music videos, to songs, it's all pushing the satanic mindset and the satanic agenda. They want a society that's going to live and accept the way that these people live in secret, because they aren't going to be living in secret anymore. That's why everything is upside down. That's why everything is inverted. You have even mainstream news, places talking about human sacrifice and how the government hierarchy was built on human sacrifice. The New York Times talking about it. and other places talking about, well, all of you. It's like you open up the history book, right? I remember the video I did from CNN where they had the guy go over to another country and a different culture where they actually, tribes eat their, their dead tribe members, and that's normal, right? And one of the things that people should realize as to, how insane it is, because this is what they really do, and the laws have been set up to protect them. There's actually no laws in America against cannibalism. Now, obviously, then you go, well, wait a minute, how are they getting? Then they would have to murder somebody or something like that. But there's technically no law. So it's like if your grandfather died in your house and then you ate him, apparently it's legal. This is at least according to everything that I've read. Maybe I could be wrong on that. At least not technically. If you look up, the laws on it, it's cannibalism is the consumption of another human's body matter, whether consensual or not. In the United States, there are no laws against cannibalism per se, but most, if not all, states have enacted laws that indirectly make it impossible to legally obtain and consume the body matter. Murder, for instance, is a likely criminal charge regardless of any consent. Further, even if someone consents to being eaten and kills himself, the cannibal may still be liable for criminal or civil actions based on laws governing the abuse or desecration of a corpse, which may vary from state to state. So there's, legally, there's ways around it per se, right? And I get it. You're not going to hear stories in the news, like, oh, the guy's grandfather died and he ate him, and the grandfather left a note and said, you can eat me if you want. But even if that did happen, I'm sure legally the guy would be allowed to. But it's not about the laws, what I'm saying. What I'm telling you and showing you is about the normalizing of this, right? People eating people. Soylent Green, right? You've seen the videos I've done on Soylent Green. I'm even suspicious of this new massive trend with this plant burger, right? Yeah, Katy Perry pumping money into it. All these big billionaires are pumping money into it. The stock is through the roof on this plant type burger. So everyone's like, oh, I gotta try it because they're gonna hearing all the buzz about it. And I don't know what's in it, but we know what they put in, fast food and all that stuff. And I know people still, they're like, oh, that's insane that you think that they put that. They think they're putting human body parts and all this stuff. And you just go, okay, well, what happens to all the Planned Parenthood? What happens to all the fetuses and everything? Right? Who's accounting for it? No one is. They'll give you some fake story. When you think about the mindset and the society and then all the things in the mainstream, you would think it's pretty repulsive that they're constantly doing these TV shows and these movies that are talking about this topic, or having it become trendy that Kim Kardashian's rubbing blood and eating her own placenta, right? And rubbing blood on her face to make herself look younger. Or an American Horror Story with Kathy Bates covering her face in blood because that's what witches did. Okay? This is what the occult does. They won't come out and admit it, so they'll listen to people like me and then they'll just go, oh, look at this guy, he's crazy. You'll see all the Satanists in the comment section. And they'll be like, oh, this guy's out of his mind. I'm a Satanist. We're not like that. Yeah, because he's probably somebody who just mailed in to get a certificate from the Satanic Temple, or he's a bull-faced liar. Because you hear the same thing from Freemasons, right? How many Freemasons come out and they're like, we don't do that. We don't worship Lucifer. Oh, the stuff with Albert Pike, that's not true. You're going to continue to see the pushing of cannibalism in society, in the media, and through marketing. And this is the clever way that M&M is doing it. I'm not saying that there's human body parts in M&Ms, but what I'm saying is that just this mindset plants seeds in people's heads, right? Eat me, Danny DeVito running around saying, eat me, right? The M&Ms eating each other. Oh, we're waiting in line to get to eat ourselves. Or the revealing of the hazelnut or whatever that M&M was, and they eat it, and they've got, the food all over their face, the chocolate, wink, wink, right over their face, and then they're like, oh, well, we left a little bit. This is how it's done. And, there's not going to be zillions of commercials that are like this, because obviously what products are they going to use? Whether they have to have some type of cartoon or animated product, I would assume. But you're going to continue to see it in movies and in the mainstream. And they're using horror, obviously, as the genre to get it across, because they're that's the way that they can desensitize people to the reality of it. You know, they never talk about Kuru disease or any of this stuff that happens to these cannibals, right? Stuff that people believe, you know, Hillary Clinton, these people suffer from, which I'm not going to get into. But it's just, it's insane when you look at this stuff and you see it over and over and you say, well, what are they trying to sell me? You're trying to sell me an M&M, right? Is this the best way to sell me an M&M? Because when you're sitting in the marketing room, the whole point is, hey, we got to come up with a way to sell this product, right? We have to come up with a way to make people want to eat M&Ms. And somebody goes, well, why don't we have the M&Ms eat each other? And nobody goes, that's a little strange because it hints at cannibalism. That's what a regular person with a college degree or not would say if they were sitting in that room. They go, no, that doesn't make people want to eat it, but how about, you know, just some setting, and I don't know, I'm not I can't write a pitch here for M&Ms, but a way to make it look appealing, right? That's like saying, oh, let's have a Pizza Hut commercial, and we'll have one pizza eat the other pizza. I mean, you'd be like, this is gross. There's a cheese strip. I mean, huh? What? How about instead, you know, you just show a pizza coming to someone's front door, and they open it, and it's steaming, piping hot, and it looks delicious, and it's cheesy, and then you show people eat it, and they're, right? It's got the little dip in the front. They wouldn't be like, oh, let's have pizzas, eat pizzas. Let's have Oreos, eat Oreos. It's just the biggest hole. But if you know why they're doing it, if you know what their agendas are, then you see these things and you realize, wow, they really are doing this every way possible, as subtle as possible, to plant the seeds in everyone's heads. And this doesn't mean that, oh, people are going to see this and they're going to go eat each other. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying the normalization and desensitizing of our society into living in a satanic world, where all the things that they do in darkness are now all normal in this society. And that's exactly what we're seeing, because the things that we used to think were normal, you know, like pointing out men in drag, is now offensive and not normal, and bigotry. And that's just one thing. You know, it's not normal to be Christian anymore, right? It's like, oh, it's frowned upon. Like, Christians are afraid to even tell people they're Christian, because then they know people are going to be like, oh, geez, you're uptight and you're this, because of the way they portrayed them in the media, which is all part of mind control. That's all this is about, folks. I thank you for listening to today's show. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. God bless all of you and your families.